Hey guys, it is Jess with Watch Kitty Shrink, and if this is your first time here, then I'm really sorry that this is going to be the video that's your first impression of me. Typically, this channel is about my weight loss journey, which involves weight loss surgery, vertical sleeve gastrectomy, and the ketogenic diet, where I lost 145 pounds. This video is not about that. This is more of a life update. A couple of y'all had kind of asked where I'd been. So here we go. This is the hardest video I've ever had to make because I never, ever in a million years thought I'd ever have to be talking about this. On November 25th, 2019, my mama, who you all have seen in many, many, many videos, who I have lived with practically my whole entire life, who has been my best friend my whole entire life, passed away. And so I wanted to do an update, and I kind of thought, you know, how should I do it? Should I talk about how, even at her age, she was the most active person I knew, except the last 3 months, how sick she was? Like, if I should go into that kind of detail about how for the last 3 months we have spent more time in the hospital than out. Regular rooms, emergency rooms, intensive care units. Mom and I staying with her all the time because we are the kind of people that when somebody you love is in the hospital, you don't leave them alone there. So basically what we would do is when we got off work in the evenings, we would go straight to the hospital, stay there, stay all night, wake up in the morning, get ready in the bathroom at the hospital, shower and everything, and go to work and come right back. That's been going on since about the end of September. I could go into the things that actually made her pass away. Basically, she had pneumonia, which turned into needing antibiotics, which turned into C. diff, which turned into sepsis because of all the antibiotics she was on. Trying to fight one thing was just causing another thing. But at the end of the day, she's gone, and I'm trying not to cry in this video. Well, I'm going to cry, but I'm going to try to keep it together, because what I really want this video to be about is, I don't know. You all know I'm much better, I think, at writing than I am at speaking. I think that's why I'm on Instagram a little more, because I can write my feelings down. When I go to express them, you all know that I think I do a very bad job expressing myself when I'm speaking. But yeah. She's lived with me basically my whole entire life. I've always said, you can go back and watch any kind of video, I've always said that I have 3 parents. Losing her was losing a parent. Other than the last 2 weeks, which I have had no choice about, I have never went longer than 24 hours without at least speaking to my mama. And I've never went longer than 4 days without seeing her. So, this is the first time I have lost someone this close to me. I have lost people who I care about a lot, but like I said, she was a parent to me. When anything good happened to me, she was who I wanted to tell. When something bad happened to me, she made everything better just because I got to tell her. She was every piece of my normal routine. You all know that I suffer from anxiety, and so a lot of times my house is my favorite place to be, and that's not the case anymore, because when it starts to get time for me to get off work, I start crying. Because I know my home feels so lonely now. When I got off work, I would go straight home and meet Mama in the kitchen, and we would cook something to eat together, and I mean, you're talking every single day. She had an impact on my day. Every single day. And, you know, it's been, this is Friday. Monday will make 2 weeks since she passed. And I don't know. Like, I keep saying I don't know how to grieve. And everybody says there's no right way to grieve. But I don't know. I want to make sure, I guess, that I'm doing this right. Because I don't know. I don't want to displease her. I want to make sure that the world knows how much of an impact this one woman had on me and on the whole world. Like, yesterday was the first time I smiled or laughed in all of this time, and then I felt guilty about that. And I know that's crazy because my mama would not have wanted me to be sad and miserable and all of that. But I felt guilty. Like, who am I to smile when my heart is so broken? And then there's this whole, like, okay, she passed away on a Monday of what would have been Thanksgiving week. And so I had an entire week off before I had to go back to work to kind of deal with it. And I don't remember anything from that week. I know my family was with us. I know we had her funeral. I remember thinking she would have been proud of that funeral. But I just can't hardly remember anything. Like, I was in a zone that week. And then going back to work, I think helped a little bit. Mostly just because I'm now distracted for 8 hours a day. I don't know. This is just a big mix of everything. But I am more hurt, more heartbroken, more lost than I have ever been in all of my life. And I feel like I have no choice but to just act like everything is okay. And I don't mean that in that I have to act it for someone else. I have to do it for me. I have to just get up and try to do a normal routine of going to work, of putting one foot in front of the other, because if I don't, I'm just going to break down. And then I feel guilty because I'm like, okay, this is my routine now. I do this, I do that. And it's like I'm making my routine or my life that doesn't involve her. And I never wanted to do that. I know that she was my grandmother. I know that she was older. But I just never expected to have to try and make a life without her. I never wanted to. I clearly don't want to. I know I have to go on. And my mama was the strongest person in the whole entire world. And she raised me to be strong too. So, you know, I know that I'm going to get a little bit better at this. I'm never going to get over it, but I'm going to get a little bit better at handling it. But for right now, that's where my head's at. That's why I've not been on here making videos, because I've been sleeping in the hospital since basically the end of September. And I'm talking, like I said, you know, we was sleeping in the intensive care unit, sleeping in chairs, just whatever, because I wanted to be with her. And I want to say this is something very important to me. A lot of people have kind of gave me slack before about how close I am to my family. And to be honest, I really don't care about other people's opinions, so it's never really bothered me. But I want to say this. What I have right now is grief, and I miss her. But how lucky am I to say that I have no regrets? I never made her feel like I was too busy to hang out with her. I never made her feel like her being sick was an inconvenience to me. I never made her feel anything other than loved. And that's really important to me. That I can't imagine having lost someone and having regrets too. I feel very blessed that I have no question that she knew I adored her. And I know that she loved me. And I'm not trying to push my beliefs on anybody else. You believe exactly how you want to believe. But for me, I wholeheartedly believe that I will see her again someday. And I know that she'll be proud of me, because I'm going to live the rest of my whole life making sure that I make her proud. I'm not worried about her. I'm not worried about never seeing her again. I just really, really, really miss her right now, because nobody's ever going to love me the way that she did. And I'm very blessed. I have a very close family full of a lot of people who love me. But there's just something about a mama, especially a mama that's like your second mother, that I'm never going to have that sort of love or that sort of relationship again. First of all, she thought I was the coolest person in the world. She was my biggest supporter. There was nothing in this world that she did not think I could do. If somebody so much as hurt my feelings in the slightest way, she would be so mad. And having someone who just unconditionally loves you like that, it's so hard to lose. I think of everything. Like I said, my every single day life included her. Those of you who follow me on Instagram have seen a lot. I've had her on a lot of videos on here. Matching pajamas, family pictures, family vacations where her and I shared the same room just because we wanted to say that we had a week-long slumber party. Man, this is legitimately me losing my best friend. And again, I'm not worried about her. I know she's fine. I know that I will see her again. But I just miss her so much right now. I really do want to make a video sometime when I'm feeling better and in a better headspace about the kind of person she was. And I want to make that video because I want to do more to be even more like her. In so many amazing ways, but I'm just not in the headspace to do that right now. I'm barely in the headspace to do this, clearly, but I did want to give you all an update as to why I've not been on here. To be honest, why weight loss and fitness and all of that has definitely been on the back burner, because my family will always come first, and I was doing my best to take care of my mama. Now I'm grieving. I'm worried about my mom and my dad, because the four of us just did everything together. So we're all just grieving. And the first time we do anything without her hurts. The first time we cooked in our house hurts. We're doing strange things just to kind of break our routine because we don't want anything to feel normal. So yeah, right now, that's where life is. And I wanted to make this video because, number one, I wanted to let you all know, what's been going on with me. And number two, this is life. It can't all be about me, and my weight loss, and my this, and my that. You've got to make yourself a priority, but you've also got to step up when you're really needed, because like I said, I have no regrets. I did not prioritize anything over my mama, and she knew that. And right now, that's really important to me. So yeah, pretty soon I'm going to make a video because I love talking about her when I'm in the right headspace to do so. I want to make a video about the kind of person she was. I do want to make a video about trying to get through this grief. It's so strange. It's like it comes in waves. I can be okay for 4 or 5 hours and then be at my absolute lowest point for 4 or 5 hours. I want to talk about trying to take care of myself through the grief. I do want to get back to prioritizing my food and my fitness, simply because I know that will be one step in making me feel better. But as for now, that's where we are. I really appreciate you guys, especially those of you who have been here for a really long time. you've seen my videos of my family. You always talk about loving to see things about my family. I'm so glad that I've made videos that someday I'll want to go back and watch of my mama enjoying vacations with us. Take videos, take pictures, and tell every person that you love how much you love them, and make sure that you show them. I love you guys.